Hello everyone, I'm Pep580, welcome you to a new episode of Plus Plus Adventures. Last time I showed you that I installed my Lubuntu operating system on my desktop computer, and this time what I'm doing is playing with the Euler, or well, because that's how it's pronounced in German, but the Euler um, constant, or the or the exponential constant or number, as a lot of people call it. I'm gonna calculate through a code which is with by using the formula the equals the sum from the n equals from 0 to infinite of the sum of 1 plus um, 1 over n factorial. So it's 1 over 0 factorial plus 1 over 1 factorial plus 1 over 2 factorial and yada yada yada. Okay, so pretty basic stuff. What we're going to do is import a new library. We've already used this one, is CMath, as well as the IO stream, which is the regular one. And we're going to have to do the factorial thing again. So of course, we're going to have to call this a factorial function once more. So return the factorial, and then we're gonna create a new function, an Euler, or well, I say it Euler because I know how to speak German. It's just Euler, however you want to pronounce that, and we're gonna grab our integer variable x, which is the same the same one that we are using here, but this is gonna get called inside of the Euler function. So we're defining it here, and we're gonna say. We're going to create another one that's going to be our approximation to the E constant value. We're going to have a cumulative value, and we're going to have our precision, because that's what we're doing here. We're getting a precision that lets us get the precision lets us get to a certain number of decimal numbers. So that's why it's dec, it's decimal. So what we're going to use is CMath's PAL function. We're going to elevate the number 10 to the dec number, which is the number of decimals that you want to be printed out, times minus 1, because we need this to be a decimal, of course, not a quantity. So we're going to do that. Do a while loop, do a cumulative equals the 1 over factorial of x. When x equals 0, that's going to be 1 over 1, and well, it's going to be, yeah, 1 over 1, which is just 1. And then it's going to be 1 over 1 again, that's going to be 1 over 1 times 2, then 1 over 1 times 2 times 3, and so on and so on. So this is going to be one part of the loop, and then we're going to create our approximation, which was equals to 0, but then we're going to add up the cumulative. So this is why we have two different functions over here, and then we're going to make the our x integer grow up until the cumulative is bigger than the precision, and then we're gonna grab our approximation, and this is called capping it. We're gonna just we're gonna put a cap on the amount of decimals. So what we're gonna do is grab the approximation that we have and multiply it by 10 to the decimal power. This is just to get rid of the decimals that we don't want. So what we're going to do is multiply it like that, so that there is only the amount of values, the amount of decimals that you want to print out are on the left side of the decimal point. So then we're going to floor the approximation, which means to floor something means to round it up to the closest lower number. And then we're gonna do the same thing that we did over here, but we're gonna do that the the inverse of that. So we're gonna divide it instead of multiplying it, and that should give us the decimals that we wanted to have at the very beginning, and we're gonna return the value of approximation. And of course, then we have our main program, which says how many decimals you want for the Euler constant, and the Euler constant E up to the whatever you want it is Euler, which is our function, and function of the decimal number. So let us try that. Let me g++ our e.cpp, and it should be Should be good. It's good. And then we're gonna dot slash a dot out. And how many decimals would you like for Euler's constant? Only one, and it's 2.7. And how about I do the same thing for 2, and it's 2.71. And if I do it with 3, 2.718. Once more for 4, and 2.71882, and once more for 5 values, 2.71828. So, that's everything that I wanted to show this time. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe to the channel if you really like the video, and I'll see you guys next time for more plus adventures later. Bye guys.